Hello everyone, this is Dr. Abhishek Soni from the Department of Pharmaceutics. Today we are going to discuss evaluation of tablet. First is size and the shape. It can be dimensionally described and controlled. The thickness of a tablet is only variable. Tablet thickness can be measured by the micrometers or by the other device. The tablet thickness should be controlled within plus minus 5% variation of a standard value. Second one is unique identification marking. These marking utilize some from the embossing, engraving, or the printing. These marking include company name or a symbol, product code, and product name, etc. Third one is organoleptic property. Color distribution must be uniform with no mottling. Mottling is an ununiform distribution of a color during the manufacturing of a tablet. For a visual color comparison, compare the color of a sample against the standard color. The presence of the order in the batch of the tablet indicate a stability problem, such as the characteristics order of the acetic acid in the aspirin tablet. Presence of a order could be characteristics of a drug, vitamin, added ingredients, flavoring agent, or the dosage form. Film coated tablet have a characteristics order. A tablet level of the flow, such as a chip, crack, contamination of the foreign solid substance, surface texture smooth of a rough, and the appearance shining or a dull, may have zero defect. As earlier we discussed the tablet defects, so here the organoleptic property containing all the defects of a tablet during the manufacturing. These are the cracking, lamination, chipping, sticking, bending, mottling, etc. All the defects we include in the organoleptic property. So evaluate the tablets as per the criteria of the tablet defect. Now next is hardness and the friability. Tablet require a certain amount of a strength and a hardness and the resistance of the friability to withstand the mechanical shakes on the handling of the manufacture, packaging, and the shipping. Hardness generally measures the tablet crushing strength. The strength of a tablet was measured by following two way. First is by cracking the tablet between the second and the third finger with the thumb acting as a fulcrum. Fulcrum is a base. That is the base. If there is a sharp snap and the tablet is an acceptable strength. Second one is the tablet hardness can be defined as the force required breaking a tablet in a diametric compression. In this test, the tablet is placed between two anvils. The force is applied to the anvil and the crushing strength just cause the tablet to break is recorded. Generally, here we use some hardness testers. They are the Monsanto testers, Stingcorp tester, Pfizer testers, Arabica tester, Singular testers. Now the hardness for the compressed tablet, it is the 5 to 8 kg per the limit, but the generally we contain the 4 kg limits for a normal control tablet. Now the second one is in this discussion there is a friability. Here if you saw the diagram, there is a fibrillator. This apparatus is used for the testing of the fibrillator. The fibrillator is of and tablet can be determined in the laboratory by the Roche fibrillator. It's actually this is the name of a company. So here we can use different types of the fibrillator. This consists of the plastic chamber that revolves at the 25 revolution per minute, dropping the tablets through the distance of 6 inches in the fibrillator, which is then operate for the 100 revolutions. The tablet are the weighted. The compressed tablet that lose less than 0.5 to 1% of the tablet weight considered acceptable. Now the weight variation test as per the USP. Take the 20 tablet and the weight individually, calculate average weight and compare the individual tablet weight to the average. The tablet pass the USP test if no more than of two tablet are outside the percentage limit, and if the no tablet differ by more than of two limits, two times the of the percentage limit. If here the limits of the USP for the weight variation. If the average weight of a tablet in the mg is 130 or less than of the 130 mg, then there is a percentage difference allow. It's actually the limits for the allowance is a 10%. If the weight average weight of a tablet in the mg is 132 with the range of 130 to 134, then there is a limit. Actually this maximum percentage difference allow is indicating the limit of the acceptance. Then there is a 7.5%. And if the average weight is more than of a 324, then its acceptance limit is 5%. Content uniformity test. Randomly select the 30 tablets, 10 of these acid individually. The tablet passes the test if the 9 of the 10 tablet must contain not less than of 85% and not more than of 115% of a labeled drug content, and the 10th tablet may not contain a less than of a 75% and more than of 125% of the labeled content. Of these conditions are not met, remaining the 20 tablet acid individually and none may fall outside of the 85 to 115% of the range. Next is a disintegration test according to USP. The USP device to test the disintegration uses 6 glass tubes that are the 3 centimeter the long and open at the top and the 10 mesh of the screen at the bottom end. If you see this diagram, this is the diagram of a disintegration. It contains a 6 tube with the top of the opening, and they are the 3 centimeter in the long and containing a 10 mesh screen at the bottom of the end. To the test of the disintegration time, one tablet is placed in the each tube and the basket rack is positioned intestinal fluid at the 37 plus minus of 20 degrees Celsius, such that the tablet remain 2.5 centimeter below the surface of a liquid on their upward movement and not closer than of a 2.5 centimeter from the bottom of the beaker in their downward movement. Move the basket containing a tablet up and down through the distance of a 5 to 6 centimeter at a frequency of 28 to 30 2 cycles per minute. Floating of a tablet can be prevented by the placing a perforated plastic disc. As if we show the diagram, there is the opening from the uh, at the top. So if we place a tablet in that disintegration apparatus, there is a chance of the floating of a tablet during the in process continuous testing. So here we place a perforated plastic disc on the each tablet. According to the test of the tablet must disintegrate and all particle must pass through the 10 mesh screen in the time specified. If any residual remain, it must have a soft mass. Now there is a table of a disintegration time. For the uncoated time, it will be 5 to 30 minutes. Coated tablet for 1 to 2 hours. There are different type of the capsules, and there are the different type of a disintegration time for the different type of capsules and different types of the tablet. Here the uncoated tablet, coated tablet, anti-coated tablet, dispersible and the soluble tablet, and effervescent tablets. So this is the important table for the disintegration test. Next is the dissolution. Dissolution is a process in which the substance form a solution. Dissolution test measure the extent and the rate of a solution formation from a dosage form such as a tablet, capsule, ointment, etc. The dissolution of a drug is important for its bioavailability and the therapeutic effectiveness. Dissolution and the drug release are the term used for the interchangeable. We we can use the word of the dissolution as well as the drug release for the dissolution test. There is another term we can use for this dissolution. There is the in vitro. We can use the in vitro term, cumulative release. They are the different types of the term we can use in the place of the dissolution. For the most dosage form of the efficacious, the API, active pharmaceutical ingredients, must be observed into a systemic circulation so that it can be transported to its site of activity. This process contributes to the bioavailability of the drug substance and involves two steps. First step is a dissolution and second step is a absorption. Absorption is also known as a permeability. We already discussed this absorption or permeability in previous lectures. Understanding the multi-step dissolution process, it is essential to a proper in vitro method development. If you see this diagram, there is a dissolution apparatus. Dissolution is the process of the extracting of the API, active pharmaceutical ingredient, out of the dosage form of a solid state matrix into a solution within the gastrointestinal tract. The absorption is a process of transporting the drug substance from a gastrointestinal lumen into a systemic circulation. A single tablet is placed in a small wire mesh basket attached to a bottom of the shaft connected to a variable speed motor. The basket is immersed in a dissolution medium specified in a monograph containing of 1000 ml of a flask. The flask is cylindrical with the hemispherical bottom. The flask is maintained at a 37 plus minus 0.5 degrees Celsius by a constant temperature bath. The motor is adjusted to the turn at a specified speed, and sample of a fluid are withdrawn at the interval of the determination of the amount of a drug in a solution. So these are the evaluation parameter of a tablet. After that, we are going to discuss the evaluation parameter of the capsules. So thank you for listening. Thanks all.